Well, here's my 84 truck box. Yeah, you can see I friggin' had a lot of fun trying to get this thing off. I had to cut holes in the floor and weld the bolts to it because they were just spinning and stuff. It's pretty brutal. But you know what? Floors can be replaced, so it's not that big a deal. Like we got a spare floor right here. This one will work for her. Yeah, but the sides aren't that great either, so I don't know if I'm gonna save this box or not, but I don't know. We'll have to see how she goes. Here's my two-wheel drive. This is the 84 frame that this cab and that box are off of. We're gonna turn this into a friggin' dune buggy or something, shorten her right up, bring the diff and these springs up to like right about here, something like that, and then just run a tiny little drive shaft. And it's an automatic, so there's no clutch or nothing. That'd be fun. That'd be so much fun to just burn around on this thing. Yeah, but the frame was just rotted. Like, check that out. All the way down. Like, I jumped on the back and folded the truck in half. And I drove it, 15 kilometers like this or something like that. Here's what the IFS mod looks like. Basically, it's an IFS hub, but you gotta machine this surface down so you can fit those Tacoma rotors over it, over this side, instead of bolting it onto the back. I didn't like that setup. It was such a pain in the butt to change rotors, because you gotta take all this apart and take your preload and stuff off the bearings and take the hub off and then unbolt it, press it off, and then press a new one on, bolt it back on, and reassemble the hub and friggin' stab it back on. My way is so much easier. Well, not really my way, but the IFS mod way. Yeah, so while I have the axle out, like I said yesterday, I want to chop off all these useless brackets. This one I just friggin' welded there, and I attached a camera to it, but yeah, I'm gonna cut this one off and weld like a D-ring or a clip or something to it, so I can use the winch to pull it, or friggin' squat it, or I don't know, recovery point. Who knows? But yeah, I still can't believe that friggin' broke my shock. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be picking up my U-bolts today, so I gotta get the leaf springs in. That's not gonna be a big deal. I might have to trim this down a bit, like notch the front, because this little antler there is kind of maybe a bit too big, but yeah. Oh, it's got some focusing issues. Okay, so I wanted to put my hydraulic assist ram back on, but I don't want it back on the diff. That's the thing. Like, this location here, it's like, yeah, it's fine, but it's sloppy. Like, not sloppy, I don't know, I think it's in the way. I don't like it. It's just messy to me. So what I want to do is maybe mount the ram on that side of the frame and attach it to the drag link, so that it works like that. And the batteries are gonna die again, but I have spares. Alright, well, got the beast friggin' front axle up on jack stands, so I've gotta lob that guy off. Ah, that's sharp. Friggin' kinda made a sharp spot with a winch friggin' hook, I guess. Yeah, I gotta chop this guy off and that guy off, and that guy stays, but I gotta raise it maybe 3/8 of an inch, I think, so it's level with that one, because that's how you get your lean. And then yeah, what I want to do is build some armor for this right around there, and maybe across the bottom, because when we were 4x4 and I smacked the diff pretty good, and it's like, just, I don't want to focus. I don't want to friggin' wreck anything, so I already, it's already dented in right there a little bit. I don't want, like, if you hit this hard enough, you'll send this thing right into the ring gear. I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna armor it up. And then yeah, once these guys are off, I might build a truss for the top. But I don't know if I really need one, but whatever, better safe than sorry. Holy crap, did I torque those down or what? Okay. Yeah, so anyways, just about to head into town now and get my U-bolts. Yeah, chooch it. Alright, here's my leaf packs. I got the main I-spring from the rear pack that I had on the truck when I got it. I got the friggin' military wrap second spring from a 4Runner second spring, and then I got the third spring here. This guy there with the little antlers on her. That's from the stock 3-inch lift pack as well. So yeah, I don't know how to friggin' judge spring rates or anything, so I don't know. I guess if you guys can like help me out with that, like if you guys have any ideas. Like obviously this spring and this spring are way higher spring rate than this guy. Like what I've just been doing basically is just put the spring on the ground so it's like arch down and then stand on the middle and see how much it flexes under my weight. But I only weigh like 150 pounds, so it's I don't know if that's very accurate or good or whatever way of doing it. Well, I cleaned up the diff. You can see it right there. Friggin' cut all the little brackets off. She's all clean now, and I cut a chunk of that stock out, flat stock, and friggin' bent her with friggin' 40-ton press there, and yeah, making myself some diff armor. Friggin' chooch it. All I gotta do is grind her down there, and same on the other side, and then she'll sit pretty much flush. And then yeah, friggin' zap her on, and no more friggin' hitting stuff and denting the ring gear or whatever. Like that's just can't be happening. Well, here's my rad. Here's what happened to it. The leaf spring just went smack and friggin' crunched her head real good. Sucks. Oh well. Yeah, and I just got the diff all welded up. Friggin' armor. Friggin' sweet. Yeah, and I'm gonna start working on the power steering box. Get it unbolted and drained and stuff, and then get it moved forward, but I gotta figure out how much forward the axles will move, or the axle will move with the rear springs up front. So yeah, probably head up to the house and look it up on the interwebs. Well, here's a little update for you guys. I just disconnected all the power steering lines. Ready to pull the power steering box off almost. But yeah, got my leaf springs hung. Yeah, I did have to notch the fronts out, but works good. Friggin' can't wait to get the axle back under here. It looks really tall, like friggin' tons more lift, but when I get the axle under here it'll flatten out. I don't know if I'm gonna run more than 3 leaf springs, because like this and this are off of that 3-inch lift pack, and they're freaking stiff springs. I haven't even tightened her down yet, but this second spring is out of a stock 4Runner rear. It's a second spring, so I don't know. I guess I'll friggin' throw the axle under when it's done, and we'll see how she goes. But yeah, for the shackle here, I don't want to get those banana shackles, so I think I'm probably gonna have to notch this body mount thing out right there, just a little notch so that this guy can fit through her. And yeah, I'm gonna have to build a longer front drive shaft again. I really shouldn't have shortened it that much, but didn't know I was gonna be doing rears up front this soon. I really hope I don't have to frickin' move the shock tower. That would suck. That'd really suck. Cause yeah, I welded her down good. So like if I gotta cut her off, I gotta cut her off, but I'd prefer not to. But yeah, hopefully we'll see what I can do. So I'm gonna freaking unbolt it and then move her back. I might have to clearance the front a bit, or I could even take the box and friggin' straighten her out, but that would be really drooped if I did that. So I don't know, I might have to get a flat pitman arm. We'll see how she goes. But yeah, it's friggin' 2 3/4 inches I measured, because I remember I marked up a leaf spring to see how much it moved it, and yeah, it was marked at 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 back from here is probably, I don't know, like that or whatever. So gotta get the pitman arm thing right there, which means that the oh, what the hell, the hydraulic ram will go right about there, and it'll come this way. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be running it on top of the drag link or friggin' beside it. I think I might have to go on top of it because of the way that it's all set up, but that's not a big deal. So well, I got her all unbolted, and I ground off those pegs, or not the pegs, but the sleeves that were in her. So yeah, I marked the outside of the frame. Man, this place is a freaking mess. Yeah, so I need to drill a hole there and there. So I'll show you guys, so that it gets bolted up like that, and that'll give me the angle, or it'll move the box forward enough that I can friggin' have the tie rods the tie rod and the drag link parallel. Check it out, friggin' got the steering box mounted, got her all welded up and everything. Show you guys the other side. Yeah, just friggin' yeah, straight up and down now, and yeah, should be right in line with the tie rod friggin' antler, that guy right there. Yeah, friggin', that's awesome. Yeah, so yeah, actually it's pretty much exactly where I marked. Yeah, see, friggin' that's where it was before, and this is where it is now. Maybe it might be like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch out or something, but that's not bad. Actually, more forward is a little bit better. So freaking sweet. I gotta clean up the shop so bad. Yeah. So alright, when I went to go pick up my U-bolts, I asked for 3.5 inch, and I got 3.5 for the square ones, which is what I needed. 3.5. But for the round ones, he gave me 4.25. Like, it's not gonna work. So I gotta take these two ones back and get a couple friggin' 3.5ers made. Cause yeah, I'll get the square ones for this side because it's got that square bracket thing on the bottom. But yeah, friggin' those ones there. But these ones, I don't know, they're way too big. They're not gonna work. So yeah. I like it. I like this axle. It's all cleaned up. Looks so much better now. Makes it look wider. Stay. Totally makes it look a bit wider. Yeah. Friggin' IFS mod. Thinking about zapping up a couple more sets of these, and then maybe selling them or something.